Most people believe they make decisions based on truth, on what's correct, on what makes sense. But if that were true, change would be easy. Good habits would stick. Bad patterns would break the moment we understood them. Yet that's not what happens. Instead, people stay in jobs they dislike, remain in relationships they've outgrown, repeat habits they know are hurting them. Not because they don't know better, but because knowing better isn't the deciding factor. Your brain doesn't choose truth first. It chooses comfort. And once you understand why, your behavior and everyone else's starts to make sense. Comfort is often framed as weakness, as avoidance, as a lack of discipline. But biologically, comfort means something very different. To your nervous system, comfort equals predictability, and predictability equals safety. A familiar situation, even a painful one, is still known. And what's known feels safer than what's uncertain. Your nervous system doesn't ask, "Is this good for me?" It asks, "Have I survived this before?" If the answer is yes, the system relaxes, even if the situation is objectively harmful. This is why people stay stuck in patterns they understand, rather than step into unknown territory that might be better. Truth introduces uncertainty, comfort reduces it, and the nervous system always votes first. From a logical perspective, truth should be stabilizing. Clarity should calm us. But for the nervous system, truth often means change, and change means loss of predictability, loss of identity, loss of social positioning, loss of control. Even positive change carries these risks. That's why hearing the truth can feel threatening, not relieving. If accepting the truth requires new behavior, new boundaries, or new decisions, the nervous system may resist it. Not because it's wrong, but because it's unfamiliar. Comfort keeps the system regulated. Truth asks the system to reorganize. And reorganization feels dangerous before it feels freeing. Psychologically, this pattern is often called comfort bias. But this isn't just a cognitive bias, it's a physiological one. Comfort bias shows up as overthinking instead of acting, seeking reassurance instead of clarity, defending familiar beliefs instead of examining them, staying almost ready instead of moving forward. The brain protects what it knows, even when what it knows is limiting. This is why people can understand a problem for years and still not change. Insight alone doesn't move behavior. Safety does. This same mechanism explains something else you've probably noticed. People often trust confidence more than truth. Confidence signals certainty. Certainty signals predictability. Predictability signals safety. So the nervous system relaxes around confident people, even when they're wrong. Meanwhile, someone who speaks cautiously or expresses doubt may be more accurate, but feel less regulating to be around. The body responds before the mind evaluates. That's not stupidity, it's biology. Another reason comfort wins is identity. Your nervous system is attached not just to environments, but to who you've been inside them. Change threatens identity. If you stop overthinking, who are you without vigilance? If you stop people-pleasing, who are you without approval? If you stop striving, who are you without pressure? Comfort preserves the self your nervous system recognizes. Truth sometimes requires becoming unfamiliar to yourself, and that's deeply destabilizing at a body level. This is why willpower-based change fails so often. Willpower asks the mind to override the body. But when the nervous system doesn't feel safe, it will sabotage change, subtly. You procrastinate. You forget. You delay. You rationalize, not because you're weak, but because the system is protecting equilibrium. Real change doesn't come from force. It comes from regulation. Your brain doesn't reject truth. It rejects unsafe truth. When safety increases, curiosity follows. When the nervous system is regulated, people become more open, less defensive, more flexible, more willing to revise beliefs. Truth becomes tolerable, even welcome. This is why change sticks when it feels gentle instead of urgent, and why pressure backfires. If you're stuck right now, it doesn't mean you don't want better. It means your nervous system doesn't yet trust that better is safe. That applies to overthinking, procrastination, social anxiety, avoidance, staying small. You don't need more motivation, you need more safety. And safety isn't created by arguments. It's created by consistent signals of predictability, pacing, and self-trust. Instead of asking, "Why can't I change?" try asking, "What feels unsafe about changing?" That question shifts you from self-judgment to self-understanding. And once safety increases, behavior follows naturally, not through force, not through pressure, but through alignment. Your brain doesn't choose comfort because it's lazy. It chooses comfort because it's protective. Truth matters, growth matters, but safety decides when they're possible. If this perspective resonates, this channel explores psychology from the inside out, through the logic of the nervous system, not surface-level advice. Subscribe if you want understanding that leads to real change, without forcing yourself to become someone your body doesn't trust yet. Comfort keeps you safe. Safety allows truth. And truth, when it's safe, changes everything.